Tuesday is the day the U.S. Senate will likely take up gun control for the first time in decades.
Connecticut's 2 U.S. senators said today that personal lobbying by the Sandy Hook families is what made it happen.
Our chief political correspondent Mark Davis here now with more on the prospects for that debate next week. Mark?
Hi, Darren and Sonia. Good evening, everyone, from the Hartford newsroom. News 8 has learned that the Sandy Hook families will be brought back to Washington again next week for more personal lobbying. Now, the prospects are that the debate could go on for weeks and weeks, we're told, as amendment after amendment to attempt to water down the background check bill continues.
We think we can get 60 votes for the background check compromise, but it's going to be close.
Yesterday's 68 votes in the U.S. Senate to bring a bill to the floor next week may very well be the high watermark in the battle over federal gun control legislation. Connecticut's 2 U.S. senators as much as admitted that today during an event at the University of Hartford. They said that President Obama's speech here on Monday and the personal lobbying by the Sandy Hook families this week definitely turned the tide against a threatened filibuster, but it's unlikely to do much more than that. Any attempt at any kind of federal ban on so-called assault weapons will likely fail, as well as any federal ban on high-capacity ammunition magazines. The 2 senators indicated that the limited background check bill has the best chance during a vote on Tuesday, but that an NRA disinformation campaign could derail it.
There is no registration required in this bill. There is no provision that takes guns away from anyone.
The image that the NRA has built of the background check program is an absolute fantasy. The NRA is in the business of scaring their members into buying more guns.
The senators note that the background check bill requires law enforcement to keep records on who is prohibited from owning a gun, but not a list of legal gun owners.
The NRA is essentially fear-mongering to build its membership and its fundraising, and also to, in effect, defeat this bill.
But Senator Blumenthal has been accused of using the Sandy Hook tragedy to enhance his own campaign fundraising for the next election. We'll have more on that coming up at 6. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.